So I often get the question, what do I do if I have so much trauma or so many symptoms that it just seems impossible to heal? Like I'll never get there. Like my situation is just hopeless, or it's just too much, right? Too many symptoms, too much trauma. Healing just seems, really far away, and you can feel quite overwhelmed. So that's what I want to talk about today. What do you do in that situation? Well, the first thing I want to share is that you're never beyond healing, right? No person, no amount of trauma, no amount of symptoms is ever beyond healing. So really feel into that, right? Just touch in, even if there's a lot of doubt still. How can I know that? How can I say that, right? What proof do I have? Well, that's the thing about healing. It doesn't require proof. It doesn't require a reason. It doesn't require it doesn't require my opinion, but I want to give you that trust, that invitation that you can heal. You can. And you don't need to get away from anything, right? You just start where you're at. You start exactly where you're at, with all your trauma, with all your symptoms, with all your pain, with everything you're struggling with. You start right here. And the mind can be overwhelmed, and that's fine. It doesn't exclude you. You're not excluded from this. You can't be excluded from this. So don't stop looking for a way to exclude yourself. Honestly. I'm gonna hit you with both the gentle and the sword of wisdom, right? The feminine is it's okay. You can heal. I want you to know that. You're accepted, you're held. You're not excluded. And the masculine is stop fucking believing the thoughts that are telling you that, right? It's that knife edge, right? Because when you have a lot of trauma, you have a lot of symptoms, it needs to be met with love and softness and gentleness, and you are okay, right? Again, feel into the message underneath my words. That's the point of this. I'm just using the words to send this across to from my mind to yours, right? These words are just, this is how it comes across. So forget about, I see this comment a lot, like, okay, but tell me how to heal. Tell me how to heal. I'm doing that in every single video, but it's not happening on an intellectual level, right? We have to go beyond that. So you just breathe, and you just soften right now what you're feeling and what your mind is saying. If it's frustration, it's frustration. Meet it, right? Frustration is the one that confuses so many people, convinces so many people that they're doing it wrong. Kyle, fuck's sakes, you're not telling me what to do. Okay, how does that make you feel? Really, how does it make you feel that you can't you can't know what to do? There's the emotion. It's meet what's here. That's it. Meet what's here. Open and trust. You have to trust more. Trust while the doubt's still here. There's no prerequisites for trust and healing. It happens while everything is here, while the resistance is here, while the doubt is here, while the fear is here. You say, okay, that's here. And there's not a problem with that. There's truly not a problem. But you have to see it. You have to acknowledge it. That's how I feel. Wow, that's how I feel. Okay. Just breathe with it. It's a lot, maybe. That's fine. You're not fucked, though. You're never beyond redemption. You're not cast out of the universe. You're not separate, right? This is the thing. The mind wants to exclude itself. It's a strange thing because it feels safe in pulling back. But that's also what makes it feel so unsafe. So it's a catch-22 in a sense. So just know that it's okay, whatever you're feeling right now. And just, again, use this message as an invitation to soften a bit. And to say, okay, I'm going to open to what's here, and I'm going to open to what life presents me in whatever way it does, wherever it takes me. And maybe this suffering, this illness, this trauma is the greatest teacher that I'll ever get. Maybe it's your savior in a sense. It might not feel like it, but maybe it's addressing your deepest desires. Yeah, the mind might say, oh, that's a load of bullshit, right? I just want to be healed. Sure, but there's a profound opportunity in your pain, in your suffering, in your illness, in your symptoms, in your trauma. The healing that the mind imagines that's away from all of that is a numbed out state. Again, I understand it. I'm not it's a very natural urge, and we can heal, but you have to go into what's here. Don't run from the fear. See through its outer shell. That don't go there. You're gonna be ruined. Don't go there. It's gonna mess me up. Go there. Pierce through it by being willing to touch in. And you're doing that already. If you're still watching this video, doesn't matter what your mind's saying, you are willing. That's why you're here. So don't believe the story that says my life is messed up, I've gone down a wrong path. Even if it feels really true to an extent, and that's fine. We can acknowledge it might be true to a level, right? But again, what is the opportunity in this? Is it an opportunity to step out of a life of inauthenticity and to align with something, and to through working through your own pain, your own trauma, it's going to have an effect on everyone around you, the whole world, the way that you're going to show up in whatever you're doing. And maybe it's sometimes you just need to be completely removed from life. And that's the letting go phase. Can I let go of everything that I thought I was and was going to be? Can I let go of any of ideas of where I should be going? And just be willing to step into what's here, step into the unknown, do something. Right? Engage with what you're experiencing, but it might not play out how you expect. So you have to, we have that choice of the thoughts are going to come, the doubt is going to come, the skepticism, the hopelessness. Are you going to grab onto that when the mind is saying, I don't know what to do, I don't know, I can't heal because I don't have the answer, because Kyle is not giving me the answer in the video? That thought's not going to go away if it still feels very charged to you, right? If you just keep on grabbing onto it, hoping that you're going to find what is going to resolve that thought, the good news is you don't need to find anything to let go of a thought. You just have to be willing to let go. You have to be willing to feel what's underneath it. What's that feeling of not being able to know? What's that feeling of not having an answer, but still living, right? Moment to moment. Not knowing what is the next situation going to bring. And then you can do things, right? I can't tell you what you should do. Everyone's in a different situation. I want to help as many people as possible to heal. So saying that, you should do this and you should do that, that's not how this works. You are going to take this message and it's going to open up your own intuitive guide, right? Where it's like, I've been wanting to do this and I've been afraid to do it, and now I'm going to do it. Or maybe I've been running from something and now I'm going to stop running and feel into that. That's why it is really dependent on who you are and where you're at. If you're constantly running and distracting, then maybe you need to slow down and touch in. It's like, what is this feeling that I'm so fucking terrified of? So it just feels like my whole world is gonna drop away if I go into that. Then gently ease yourself in. Ease yourself in. You can do this. You can do this. Touch in. And then maybe it's time for you to integrate into something. Maybe life is calling you to take a step. Right? Do something. What is it that I want to do, but I just don't feel ready, and I'm waiting till I get to a baseline, right? I hate the word baseline. I never ever got to a baseline. Eventually, when I started to do things gently and there's a balance to this. It's so difficult to talk about. So I'm trying to give the underlying message, and then you put the pieces together on your side. But the balance is, doing things that support you, are restorative. So for me, it was a lot of meditation, a lot of walking in nature. But I could have been afraid to walk in nature, so I would push myself. But then I would have that gentle balance on the other side where I could be okay with what is here. I could love it, I could meet it, I could hold it, and then I could do something new and scary. And then I could love it, and I could meet it, and I can hold it. So it's not one and it's not the other, right? It's this dance, this mixing. And I'll point more to one in one video and more to the other in another video, and then your mind might say, I just don't understand. But you always have the choice. I'm going to use what I find to my advantage, or I'm going to believe the thought saying that I don't have the answer. That's the crux of it, right? So yeah, don't believe it. This is a profound invitation for you. All I'm trying to tell you is you are okay. And the mind's going to say, no, I'm not. But anything that you experience is allowed the moment you experience it. Every sensation, just by noticing it, it's encompassed. It's allowed, it's accepted. You just need to notice it. Just feel into that. Anything, any thought, it's allowed, but don't believe it. Don't become the victim of it. Sure, it feels familiar. It's comfortable to an extent. It's way easier to just stick with the thought of, no, I can't do this, I don't know. Until it just gets too claustrophobic. That you're only going to let go when you want so badly to let go of where you're currently at. Will you be willing to let go into the terrifying fear of the unknown for the mind? To really not, to be willing to live without having to believe the thoughts. To do things, and the mind can say when it says what it wants, but you don't have to believe it. You can just act. And you touch yourself, touch in, right? Where you're at, touch in. So again, it's this mix between the gentle message and the sharp sword of who gives a fuck how much doubt there is. Just honestly slash through doubt with this like fiery sword. There's two approaches, right? So there's both. It's okay. You're healed. You're loved. You're accepted. You're not alone. You're not apart. You're not apart from me. Anything that I'm sharing is because it's in you. I was there. I got this message from others, and it opened things up in me. So it's nothing special about me. It's not like, ooh, I'm the special one that... No, it's not like that. It's not... The whole point is it's in you. And then the other side of it is just let go of the mind. Please. Just let go. Don't grab on. Don't do it. I see the mind. It's tempting. So tempting. Don't do it. Alright. You got this. I believe in you. Have faith. Have faith that there's something beyond you. There's something deeper happening here than just that you have to control everything. If that's your fundamental belief, then it will feel like that. I have to get this right. I have to fix everything. I have to control everything. Let go of that. It's okay. You can let go of that and trust more. It's going to push you. It's going to challenge you. It's going to... it's not a soft journey, but you're here for it. That's what you're here for. Just stop convincing yourself that you shouldn't be here for it. This shouldn't have happened. I shouldn't be experiencing this. This is what you wanted. It can be tough to hear that. This is what I wanted. Fuck you, man. But no, this is. I can see why you can call it my higher self or my soul or whatever the fuck you want. Why I gave myself such massive challenges, because so much growth and wisdom came through it. Ability to help and heal others. And I can see why it was all necessary. But many times the ego, the small mind, could not see that. But then there's a spark in you that's like, I can't see the other side, but I'm going to trust. So that's why faith and trust requires you to take a leap. It's not the same as belief. Ajashanti, I saw a nice video of Ajashanti the other day saying many people think faith and belief is the same thing, when it's completely the opposite. Faith is the willingness to trust without any proof or belief, right? It sounds like the same thing, but it's not. Belief is like, I have a reason to believe this, I'm going to hold on to this. Faith is like, I'm letting go of every single belief I have, and I'm going to go where it takes me. Let's end it there. Let go, but have trust. And they're not separate. Letting go means you have trust. Having trust means you let go. And I know your mind will hate these little seeming riddles and koans, but this has to go beyond the intellect. So I'm not just going to sit here and give formulas and, practical stuff. Do this, do that. Meditate 13.5 minutes and take 14.2 steps and then you'll recover. Try it. Maybe it works. All right. Good luck.